I'm back again, Opinionated Faxx. The boys MVP, Cigar Loving Mac, and myself, Hollywood. This is the NFL Offseason edition. And today we're covering, as you see in the background, and you see from my jersey, we covering my Falcons, baby. That's what we're about to do. Hey, how y'all boys feeling today?
Yo, what's going on?
Hey, talking birds.
Trying to go over these birds, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all feel the same way that I do. We had a very disappointing season, finishing 4-12. Head coach, thank God, Dan Quinn, gone, out this bitch. So, you know what I mean? Everything that could go wrong did go wrong for the Falcons last year. All right, I want y'all assumption over our 2020 season. So, hey, for God-loving Mac, bro, how you feel about our Falcons?
How I feel about going forward?
No, how you feel about the 2020 season, bro?
It was as expected. I was telling people for 2 years that Dan Quinn was probably one of the worst head coaches I'd ever seen. And it went like I planned. He proved himself incompetent 2 years prior to that. So it was obvious to me that he didn't have any answers in how to fix his team. That year where he said he'd be calling the plays and he was gonna coach Vic Beasley personally. I was like, yeah, that's a wrap, dog. What are you talking about coaching him personally? You're a damn head coach. You ain't got time to be coaching no damn defensive end. So, he was trying to justify his draft pick, and ultimately he got what he deserved, man. He just wasn't a very good head coach, and I'm glad to have moved on, And
I'm glad he is not a member of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes,
I want all that luck they got just to rub off on me. You know what I mean? All of it. Hey, MVP, bro, what you say?
I couldn't pick the better team for him to go to, the Cowboys. Only other better team would have been the Saints.
The Saints.
But I got to disagree with you a little bit there, man. You say he was a terrible head coach. I think he's a terrible coach, period. He can't coach defense. He can't coach nothing. I think he ran he ran with the coattail of Pete Carroll in the head coaching position. And it seemed to be where it goes to all his assistants. So, I would never hire none of his assistants.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hope we can get back on track, build for the future.
Exactly. I mean, so as y'all know, we got Arthur Smith now, and we got Dean Pease coming in on the defense side of the ball. Having Arthur Smith is going to be a good thing for us, especially when he's an offensive-minded coach. I'm pretty sure y'all both can agree that we haven't had an offensive-minded coach in Lord knows how long for the Falcons.
Greatly needed. So finally.
Needed. Yeah. Anything to get rid of that Sarkisian experiment, that Dirk Cutter experiment. I mean, I was just tired of this shit altogether, period. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, a lot of experiments, no real plans.
Too many experiments, man. Like, come on, you can't toy with a team that has good offense. You sitting here toying with a team trying to figure out what you want to do with them.
When he rehired Dirk Cutter, he should have been fired. Like when he mentioned, I want to rehire Dirk Cutter, that should have been it for him. Like that should have been done. Like that's a wrap. Arthur should have called him up like, "Hey, bro, we good, dog. Don't worry about it." Like that's your plan. Like, nah, we fine. But
I get the reasons behind it. Matt Ryan had a offense coordinator every 2-3 years.
Yep.
I get the reason, but still, you might well keep going with that. Just hire a new offense coordinator.
But if you're gonna hire one, don't hire the one guy in which he's gotten sacked the absolute most every time he's a quarterback for that guy. Like every time Dirk Cutter's offensive coordinator for Matt Ryan gets sacked like 50 plus times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I have no idea what their thought process was. Dirk Cutter ran this offense. Matt Ryan played in it. Hey, let's bring him back.
I know. That's it. That was it.
No, that's not what you need to do, dog. Like, come on.
Sound like laziness to me.
It was laziness. And that's how I know he couldn't coach, because he was just being lazy. Steve Sarkisian, like I say, you know how I feel about Steve. I don't think Steve Sarkisian was the worst. I think that first year sucked, but that second year we was actually pretty good on offense. But even that was lazy. You know what I'm saying? It was lazy and it was illogical. You wanted to have Kyle Shanahan. You wanted to run his system. Okay, you have his quarterback coach in the building. You don't need to interview him. You just go hire Steve Sarkisian. It's like, dog, what you doing? Like, wait a minute.
Exactly. You wouldn't go grab a college coach.
And then you tell Steve Sarkisian to run Kyle Shanahan plays.
It made no sense.
God damn.
Like, yes,
it's so bad.
Matt Ryan thrive in a Kyle Shanahan system, but you can't expect Steve Sarkisian to come here and try to run the same offense. I mean, that wasn't his forte, man. That wasn't what he did.
Yeah.
The Steve Sarkisian, I mean, the Dan Quinn experience was at the end of it, bro. It was so much worse than having Mike Smith, just because Mike Smith, the wheels fell off at the end. You know what I'm saying? But Mike Smith had a plan every year, man. We knew we was gonna be. We knew we were gonna try to accomplish. With Dan Quinn, bro, it was like every year it was like, I don't know. I see what I got. It was 3-car money.
Yeah.
But see, another thing too is like with Mike Smith and all those previous coaches, minus that crazy guy behind you, we had an identity. We knew what we were gonna do. You know what I mean? We knew exactly what we were gonna do. And like if we're looking at this season, of course, the offense still performed the way they would usually perform. Did they falter in some situations? Yes. Matt Ryan still showed that he was playing at a high level. Julio Jones, he wasn't out with that hamstring. He was still playing at a high level. So it wasn't like he just faltered and he fell off. And Calvin Ridley went over the hump. He got that 1,000-yard receiver. He was balling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got some positive signs on the offensive side of the ball. But here we are on the defensive side. We signed Dante Fowler to that big contract. I would have kept.
You call that? Hey, we got to give him credit right here. I was trying to give him credit with Dante Fowler. My man, he called that from the start, dog.
I told y'all. I was like, look, that's gonna be a waste of money on this dude, man. It was a waste of fucking money. And he gonna get
bad.
I feel he was like getting mad at people talking about him. So I was like, oh, I was hurt. I mean, you what? Let me
I think he was hurt though, bro.
Nah, he might have been hurt, bro. But I mean, it's still like the thing about it is this. Another thing, and actually, Dean Pease might help him because I also forgot that he stood up in Los Angeles. He wasn't a hand in the dirt defensive end. So going to the 3-4 may help him because he can stand up and rush. God, hopefully it'll help because you can't be no worse than last year. What, 2 sacks, 1 sack?
I never understood the idea. You run a 4-3 and you bring in a little ends. I don't understand that.
Yeah, but that's the thing about Dan Quinn. Like you run a 4-3 system. Why do you keep bringing in these miniature defensive ends, bro? Like what are you doing?
Well, how do you guys feel about the DNP's hire?
I think it's about the best that can be done. I mean, he's had enough success. He's shown you that he can produce an average NFL defense, right? And honestly, to be real with you, man, most of these goddamn coordinators are average. So if you can come in here and just not be fucking terrible, I think he'll be fine. He's old, so clearly he's not a long-term solution. But for right now, to get the defense an identity, I like it, because if you can just come in here, man, and make them dudes 15th in the league, dog, you're a damn superhero. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. We'll take average right now. I'll take average any day right now.
We'll take average right now, bro. You ain't got to be elite right now. Just come in here, man, and not be terrible.
All right. Yeah, I'm with that, man. And like speaking on defense, we're gonna switch over right now to our free agents that we lost. So we did lose Keanu Neal, DeMonte Casey, both to the Cowboys. So those guys are back with Dan Quinn. So that's 2 of our best safeties. And then you have Carter Allen. He's no longer with the team as well. I believe he signed with Cincinnati, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we lost some players on defense. All right, it was well needed. They were at the end. I feel like they were just there anyway. They weren't actually producing like
they wasn't. Even Keanu, as much as I like him, I mean, look, after he drop kicked that football in Philadelphia, I was done with Keanu Neal, man. Listen, nice player. He should have went to linebacker last year. We all knew that too. They didn't. Had you moved him to linebacker last year, you could have saw what you had in him and seen if you're going to end up wanting to pay him a little bit of money, but you didn't do that. So you lost him. So
I actually like all 3 of them. I like all 3 of the players we lost, but problem is they were injury prone, so we never got to see much of them anyway. So
exactly,
it ain't like we're gonna be missing much.
I mean, Casey was the best option. I was hoping we kind of re-sign him and let him come back because he actually showed that he was a ball hawk with the team. And I understand their reason to go away from him, but if there was one player we should have brought back, should have been.
The one thing about KZ though is if he not ball hawking, he lost. That's the only thing about it. But at least, you're right. But at least when he near the ball, he gonna knock it down. He gonna catch it. Like
at least he was doing something. I mean, you got Ricardo Allen. I thought was the worst decision to put him at safety. He was a leader on the defense, but the worst decision, man, to put that.
He's just not a true safety.
Man. That a little man in safety.
He's not a true safety.
Yeah. So
he needs to be playing closer to the line of scrimmage. He's too little to play linebacker, but he needs to come up and play a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
I could have seen him as our nickel corner. But I would not have said, okay, we're going to start you at free safety right now. And that was all Dan Quinn. That was all Dan Quinn.
He was always trying to do something outside the box, but his box was already tore up, so it never worked.
He was always, and I was having this conversation, man. I can't remember one defensive player that the Falcons developed because I don't count Grady Jarrett. Because I see the way Grady Jarrett working all season. Man, look, he bust his ass. Grady Jarrett was gonna be good because his daddy Hall of Famer, near Hall of Famer, and he was going and he just had that in him. Other than Grady Jarrett, dog, I can't think of another player that I saw that I'm just like, man, the Falcons really developed this guy. Like
Deion Jones.
There's one.
Who's that?
Deion Jones is a bona fide star. I mean,
Deion
when he came into us, he was good.
Yeah.
The one that did develop while he was with the team, Boye Aluikon.
That's the name right there. Boye.
He has a motor though, so it wasn't difficult.
He has a motor. He has a motor.
Yeah.
But this guy came from college basically playing safety, and he started playing linebacker in the NFL. Right?
Yeah.
And his game translated. You can tell he was a safety. You can tell by his movement.
Now I don't think Deion Jones. That's another thing. Somebody experimenting. I don't think Deion Jones is a true middle linebacker. I think he's a will. But
he's too little to be in the middle.
Yeah, he too little to be in the middle, which is one. Nobody, as much as we like Deion Jones, that's also one of the reasons that teams can run the ball on wheel letters because everybody know we so little up the front. Like, like Deion Jones is a weak side linebacker. Like he covers tight ends. Like he can, you know what I'm saying? He can do all kinds of things in coverage. At middle linebacker, he fits. He's good enough because he's just that talented. But he's not a true middle linebacker. Like so.
That's why I understand the whole Dan Quinn tenure. He came from Seattle, and they had a huge. Well, they didn't have a huge. They had defensive line to get those guys space behind them, and we never did that here. Man.
He came from Seattle, and that middle linebacker that he had was Bobby Wagner.
It was Bobby Wagner. Dude, Bobby Wagner's arms are bigger than Deion Jones' thighs. Like Bobby Wagner's a huge dude.
Bobby Wagner, at least he's at least like 240.
He's a big dude, man.
That's a big dude at linebacker.
That's a stout athlete, dude.
But you bring in Deion Jones at what, 225, 230. You know what I mean?
I think that's a lie. Did you ever see Deion Jones playing next to Keanu Neal? Hey, y'all see that picture with Deion Jones and Keanu Neal then was taking pictures together? And like Keanu Neal was like twice the size of Deion Jones.
Yeah.
It's like either Deion Jones. It's like either Deion Jones is 250 or somebody else is lying to me. Something ain't right here.
Something ain't right.
Something not right. Something not right. Somebody lying about their weight. Like that's not. It can't be true.
Well, let's go over the other free agents that we lost. So we also lost Alex Mack. We let him go. So he's with the Falcons now. We also lost another big name we had, Leroy Reynolds. He was a good backup player for us. I like him on special teams and backing up. He was a good backup for us. And then we gained Barkevious Mingo, a little outside linebacker. Came from the Bears. And we also got Brandon Copeland from the Patriots. Those are just two names on defense side of the ball. I mean, of course, we picked up some more little other players like Fabian Monroe at corner. So we did pick up some defensive pieces that could fit in Dean P's system, but they're not long-term solutions. So what do y'all think of that?
I think the guys they did pick up is just to add depth. I don't think none of them are going to see a major time on the field.
Yeah.
The last 4 years, man, we sucked at bringing in players and developing them and even drafting guys. So we really ain't got nothing right now to put out on the field. We got to hit in this year's draft, man. This is going to be a big draft. We got to hit. This is why I'm hoping they trade that 4th pick.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't take a quarterback, you probably can trade that 4th pick, man, and get some picks. Golly, man. I'm looking at the defensive line, and now we're going 3-4. So now I'm hoping to God that Grady Jarrett will fit at a 3-4 DN. I don't know. He's 6 foot tall. Now I do like Marlon Davidson go back to his natural position because that's another thing. Dan Quinn drafting the 3-4 defensive end and put him at 4-3 tackle. Like, oh, that'll work.
Yeah.
No, like Marlon Davidson could play. Like y'all made Marlon Davidson look so bad last year, like he's a bum. It's like I don't think he's a bum. I think he's out of position.
Like, let's just rotate him in. He put him in defense tackle. Like, come on, man. Like, man, y'all know I'm a fan of Marlon Davidson. He's from Auburn, so I've watched,
he can play.
I've watched his career. He doesn't play defensive tackle. You want this man bulldoze on the edge. That's what you want.
Yeah.
No.
You got John Kaminsky. That's another underrated prospect who I like. Big body dude, man. 6'5", 290-pound guy. So we'll see what we can do with him. But man, everywhere else, dog, I don't know. Like, brother. Hey, listen, this is the first time like I'm competing with y'all, man. Like, we just need so much. The good thing about it for the draft is we need so much that they really can't go wrong. No matter what they draft, like, because they got it. They got to shore up the defense, bro. So if you're telling me you'll trade back, and then let's say you'll take a cornerback with whatever spot you trade back with, okay. You know, if you want to sit tight and you want to take that one kid out of Penn State, the linebacker, okay. Like, it's so much that you can do, and it's so much you need that is real. It's not a whole lot of wrong answers here, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we can add certain pieces onto our offense, but we can wait till the later rounds to do that. I mean, if Kyle Pitts is there and they would feel like, okay, Kyle Pitts would be that guy for us, then go for Kyle Pitts. But if
that's
not,
available. Yeah.
we still need to look at free agency for some of these big bodies as far as veteran leadership to come and play, as far as on the defense side of the ball. That's all I'm we barely got time, but there still is a couple of defense tackles that are available that we can possibly have at the nose. You know what I mean?
Geno Atkins still available?
Yep, see? Grady Jarrett can't play the nose. We can't have him there.
I don't know why we ain't give Geno Atkins a call. That makes no sense to me. Unless he wants a ton of money.
Well, the most natural fit is a guy that got cut by Denver that used to play for Tennessee. I'm drawing a blank right now. Who is it?
Is it Jarrell Casey?
Jarrell Casey. That's the first thing that popped up in my head. Like, Jarrell Casey, an older guy, probably come a little cheaper. You probably get him for a year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit. I don't know, bro. They need so much help. Like,
yeah, but we need it. Deep on the line, we got secondary. We got 3 holes in the secondary, right?
You know, it's crazy. We all sitting here hurting because we know how bad the team been hurting, man. And look,
hey, dog, we got hoes. We got hoes, man.
And it's just so depressing, man, because the offense has always been fire. Ever since Matt Ryan and Julio Jones have linked up together, it's always been fire. That's one thing we can always rely on. But
even with a mediocre line.
Yeah,
even with a mediocre offensive line.
Exactly. But the defense we can never rely on. I cannot remember the last time we had a great defense in Atlanta.
It's probably the Michael Vick years.
Well, they came into their own the Super Bowl year in the playoffs.
In the playoffs,
they didn't play that good in the regular season, but when the playoff came, it's like.
And to be fair, that next season we were actually top 10. So 2018 season we were actually top 10, and then after that it fell off the cliff again because I don't know. We went wrong, but I mean we missed so many goddamn times, dog. I mean, and that's what happens when you just out here. When you got coaches that are trying to justify, and this is what I hate about most about Thomas Dimitroff and Dan Quinn, they keep trying to justify draft picks. If the guy's sorry, he's sorry. Move on. Like, I don't like, they gave Vic Beasley, to be real with you, I shouldn't even be sitting here today because I told my brother-in-law way back in the day that if they gave Vic Beasley that 5th-year option, I was done with ATL in general. I was like, I'm not watching the no more.
I do like that.
I'm like, what are y'all doing? You gave him $14 million.
I do like that the new GM has a scouting background.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll help out.
You know, we're going and moving on to the next subject we got here. We're looking at NFL draft. So Terry Fontenot, I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Fontenot. Terry Fontenot. Yeah. And Arthur Smith. We know they were bumping heads about what to do with that number 4 pick. So it's either 1, we're going to draft a quarterback, or 2, we're going to draft back. We'll go back. And right now it's been Denver that's been in talks with Atlanta to trade up for the number 4 pick. We'll get their number 9 pick. So that's one of the things coming up right now. So in y'all opinion, should we draft a quarterback or should we trade back?
If they don't trade the pick, I think they got to take a quarterback. I'm hoping they trade back. You know what? I wouldn't mind having Kyle Pitts or I hope I'm saying this dude name, Penny.
Peninsula.
Yeah, if not one of those 3 options, trade it, man, and get dealt.
Yeah,
because we need help on the offensive line pad too. I'm tired of Matt Ryan trying to run his life.
Exactly. Yeah, man, that's the one person we don't need to run.
The number 4 pick conundrum is this: if you Terry Fontenot and you talk to Arthur Blank, when you talk to Arthur Blank about the future of the team and this, that, and the third, one thing you didn't tell him is, no, we're not going to take a quarterback this year because when we go 4-12 again and we get a top 5 pick again, we'll take one in, right? So you don't plan on being 4-12 again. So you got a golden opportunity right now. So I can't blame him if he want to take a quarterback right now. Because Matt Ryan not getting no younger. Everybody keep assuming like quarterbacks don't age like Tom Brady. That shit's ludicrous.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady's doing like low key Drew Brees. People act like Drew Brees just fell off this year, but if you really been watching Drew Brees last 3 years, you know he been fell off, right? Mm-hmm. Like Drew Brees been like I know the numbers will show something different, but if you just watch Drew Brees as a football player, you know damn well he ain't near the physical player that he was 5-10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like it's clear he's falling off. Matt Ryan's never had a big arm, so you're not relying on arm strength. But also, man, I don't want to see that arm age. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be looking at some real, like he throws some toilet paper up there now. Anything past 50 yards right now is tissue. We know that. Like, we know Matt can't throw a strong deep ball. We got that. So as he ages, how is that going to progress? I don't think it's going to progress well. So if it were me, I would take a quarterback. But dog, like I say, they got so many holes, man. They want to trade back. I can't blame them either. So the last mock draft I saw from NFL.com had them trade back and still getting Justin Fields at 9. I can't see that. I can't see Justin Fields staying to number 9.
Justin Fields will not last until 9.
I can't. I just don't see that unless they know something I don't know, which they do, of course. But that's
thing
crazy.
Is they got so many holes. Do they think they can improve it this year? And should you take the quarterback and go ahead and rebuild?
You can't plug all them holes this year. So, you get what you can get this year and keep it going. Yeah.
And you know what? And Arthur Smith said it best. He think Matt Ryan has, a couple years left in him. He does have a couple years left in him. And if we draft his future replacement right now, I'm not mad at it. I mean, but look, Matt Ryan did pass for 4,500 yards last year, 26 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. That's good. That's really good. I mean, so Matt Ryan never had an arm strength, but he's always been consistent when it comes to passing the ball. So you can always rely on that.
He's a really great intermediate passer, and people don't give him credit for that, right?
Exactly.
Like we all know, anything past 50 yards, man, we got it. He ain't got a great deep arm. We get it. It ain't. He ain't throwing no frozen ropes out there. But from anything 35, 40 yards and underdog, he's always been real special at it, real good at it. His timing and rhythm is so good. So, fine, but do you want to gamble on the fact that and he's been getting beat up for the last 2 years on the damn dirt cutter? Right? He might come out here next year, goddamn, looking like Drew Brees. You just don't, fucking.
Exactly.
You don't.
And my dog gonna be back. My dog gonna be back, man. Julio gonna be right. He's gonna be healthy.
He's gonna be back, but how long he gonna be back? You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, don't do that.
He play every 3 plays, every 3 drives.
Hey, lead it go along. I believe it go along.
But the thing, bro, I know more about the city of Atlanta than I do the Falcons. If they draft a quarterback, especially a black quarterback, it's gonna be a problem.
It's gonna
be a big problem.
Then what I say, and look, and to be real, it's funny though, because if they draft, the next black quarterback they draft, goddamn it, hey bro, you better, hey dog, if we get a whiff of Michael Vick on you, bro, like it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah,
it's not fair. It's not fair.
No,
and
it's not
right. It's not fair and it's not right. But the expectations of the next black quarterback of Atlanta are gonna be so high. Like his behavior, like I don't know if anybody gonna be able to really meet those expectations. Like
I don't feel that Matt Ryan since the day he got drafted, every minute, every hour to this day.
Me too.
Folks just don't like him.
Yeah,
we know why. We know why a certain segment don't like him. All right.
Look, Matt Ryan's Matt Ryan, and like I told this to y'all before already. He will be a Hall of Fame quarterback. I hate to say it, but he will be. I mean, a lot of people disagree because he lost the Super Bowl, this, that, and third.
Yeah.
But this man has done everything the city of Atlanta has needed. I mean, and it's crazy. We're going to go crazy over a black quarterback, but he's done everything for these Atlanta Falcons. He's going down as the best quarterback in franchise history. He's top 10 in categories.
Yeah, after the Vic fiasco, man, we needed stability, we needed leadership, and he brought it, man. Like
exactly, he was very professional.
And no, he's not spectacular. He's not just fun as hell to watch. I think it's fun to watch when I watch him run around like a baby giraffe, try to attack. It's fun for me, but I can see why some other people. I get it. He ain't got an air show arm. He ain't. When you come to watch Matt Ryan, you're not coming to watch the gun show. I get it, but man, that man's been really good, really consistent for 13 years, and I really appreciate it.
Exactly. I will take a quarterback who gets down the field versus someone who makes a crazy throw. I will take a quarterback like that. That's solid. So I'm with it.
Yeah, I never understood the thing that they brought in coaches and offensive coordinators. How we watching the game see that Matt Ryan run a great 2-minute offense.
Oh my God!
So why not let Matt Ryan call the plays on the field more?
Golly, yeah.
He played. It's like night and day compared to any other time in the game.
Look, and I honestly believe that's why. Hey, look, that's really where what's his name didn't. That's why he didn't keep that job last year. What's his name? The interim coach, Raheem.
Yeah.
To be real, once Raheem was hired as interim head coach, if he wanted to really hold on to that job, man, you should have fired Dirk Cutter, and you should have just had your quarterback coach and Matt Ryan team up. Y'all call the plays on offense, and then I'll go down like that. I'm not going down with Dirk Cutter, and he did. You know what I'm saying? He went down with Dirk Cutter. I think Arthur Blank was trying to give him a real shot at that job, but he didn't really take the reins. Like, he didn't really take it and own it. You know, so
exactly.
Hey,
you're 100% right, man. So we got our future in place right now as far as coaching staff is concerned. So we got a draft coming up as well. So we're going to see what happens with that. Hopefully make some great picks. So looking forward to that 2021 season. Ideally speaking, in your head right now, what is your projection for the Falcons next year? I mean, remember, we had 17 games. 17 games. So MVP, what you got?
As the team is right now, man, I see 9-8. Yeah, that could be worse. But right now, I see 9-8. Because if you think about last year, that's a game they could have won. They ended up losing in the end. Right. So you got to think that can't happen 2 years in a row, right?
Exactly. I agree with that.
Hey, what franchise you been watching? Somebody that can't happen to you. What the hell you talking?
I'm trying to be optimistic, man. Look at it. It's
Well,
been a very frustrating life in Atlanta looking at the Falcons.
What you say, Cigar Loving Matt? What you think?
Shit, 9-8. Real talk.
Only because you can't go 8-8, right?
We can't go 8-8, goddamn. And I'm gonna give him the extra win, man, because we play Jacksonville. Shit, 9-8, bro. Like, I as much as I want to be optimistic, when it comes to Falcons, I'm the realest fan. You and me, goddamn, and you're not gonna get no fluff out of me. I'll tell you what I really think. I'm not the fandom out of me. The fandom's been beaten out of me as far as like just the optimism at all times. Like, yeah, go Atlanta. No. I'm a realist. When it comes to these dudes, I'm a realist, and I see 9-8. Which, and honestly, I'll enjoy a 9-8 season as long as they enjoyable to watch. As long as it's not incompetence, which is what I have been watching with Dan Quinn for the last how many years. I'll be okay with 9-8 because I just know right now we ain't got the horses. You know what I'm saying? I know we got the talent right now as a whole. So I'll be okay. A 9-8 season for me, I'd actually be okay with that, man. But I can't do incompetence, man. Like, I was at the end of my rope with that Dan Quinn shit, bro. Like, that incompetent shit, like, I couldn't do it no more. Like, dude, this sucks.
Dressing out.
It's awful.
You know, so right now, looking at the season, looking at the teams, I would say that our floor right now will be 9-8. You know, if we don't draft well, if we come in with the defense isn't as great as it should be, 9-8 seems more likely. However, if we draft well and DP's system takes off, I can see us actually going 11-6. That's what I can actually see us doing.
I hope. I'll enjoy it.
That's my high hope. Especially if my dog Julio is healthy, the offense will still be great. But if DPs can actually get that defense rolling, I think having both Foye Wincott and Deion Jones together in the middle, that'll be very good for us. They can both cover tight ends. We don't have to rely on Deion Jones as much as we did. And then we got a couple of bookends coming. And Grady Jarrett, we'll see how he plays in that little 3-4 system. But if we draft well, I hope we get a good corner, a really good corner. So we either take that dude from South Carolina, Israel Mukuamu. That's his name, Mukuamu. That's a good corner. At 6'4", 205, that'd be great to have on our defense with DPs. So if we draft well, 11-6 is what we can be.
Yeah, I saw the second round. They got us picking Patrick Surtain Jr.
You think he's gonna be around the second round?
Not gonna be no.
I don't think so, but the experts think he's gonna be around. The experts.
whatever experts those are need to be outside shoving up something.
He probably the first corner taken, right? Like
there's no other corner better than him.
First.
I mean, because
Surtain, you think there's no other corner better than him?
Well, the only corner you can make a case for is J.C. Horn. That's it. That's the only corner you can make a case for as far as the 2 top corners in the draft.
I mean, he's up there, dog. Like he's up there, like top 3 as far as prospects.
What about the kid from Alabama?
That's Patrick Surtain.
Who's coming out of? Oh, you know what I'm thinking about? I got mixed up. I'm getting their fathers mixed up.
You getting the fathers mixed up? Oh, you think about Campbell? You getting the daddies mixed up? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man. Yeah. But, hey, Patrick Surtain, though, he started ever since he was a freshman. Like the dude has the experience. Yeah. He has the experience. So if he's not the first cornerback taken, I'm gonna be really surprised. If JC
now I don't mean to be an annoying Georgia fan here, but I'll say this. All right, listen. If we talking about taking cornerbacks later in the draft,
Eric Stokes.
I don't know why Eric Stokes is not mentioned as like a top 10. Look, maybe I gotta go watch again. But I saw a dude that can fucking play football, dog.
Look, he was very reliable, man.
He took the thing about it is Tyson Campbell's projected well ahead of him. He took Tyson Campbell's job.
Yeah.
He took Tyson Campbell's job.
Tyson Campbell was highly recruited. Dude, I thought he was going to go to Alabama highly recruited. They chose Georgia.
Eric Stokes took Tyson Campbell's job like 2 or 3 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And he never gave it up, by the way. You know, the only reason Tyson Campbell got to start to get back is because other guys graduated.
I think Pat Surtain and Campbell played on the same high school team.
They played on the same high school team. Yeah.
So that's kind of hard to judge when you got one grade on the other side and the other guy going the second best player. Kind of hard to judge that coming out of high school.
I mean, Tyson Campbell. A lot of people are saying that he could maybe make the transition to safety. That's what people see with him. People see his physical traits and they're projecting out. But this ain't the NBA. Like, I don't know how that shit really works with NFL players. If you didn't produce it in college, I don't see how you turn that around, especially in a DB friendly system like Georgia's. Like, I don't know. We'll see. But if Eric Stokes is there in the 2nd, 3rd round, which it looks like he will be, because nobody's taking him seriously, I say you take a flyer on him, man. Because I saw a really competitive guy, man. Dude ran 4.28. Like Buddy is a competitor, man. Like, that's what I want. Like, legitimately. So I don't know. Yeah. If you gonna wait, take it.
So if we're able to pair a good corner with AJ Terrell, I think that'd be good to go. I think we got 2 solid corners for the future.
Yeah, I misspoke on Patrick Surtain. It was Asante Samuel.
Okay. Yeah, you did get the daddies mixed up.
That boy legit too. I ain't gonna say Asante Samuel.
He's maybe a little bit too small, but yeah.
If he's available, I wouldn't mind us taking him as well. I mean, he did prove himself in college, so I'm with that pick. All right, but hey, that's what we got here for our off season, man. We're looking forward to next season. I want Arthur Smith to show the fuck out. I want that offense to be legit. We may not have a Derrick Henry in the backfield, but then we're going to get back to work. That's all I care about. I want to see the Falcons get back to what we used to.
One thing I'll say about the Arthur Smith hire that I really like, man, and this is what was missing, especially with Dan Quinn, it really sticks out. You bringing in an offensive-minded head coach that's also very focused on details. That's very focused on actually out-executing people. And dog, we just ain't had that. Like since Shanahan, like we all know now, Shanahan got Super Bowl, right? Shanahan got us there. Now he fucking shit his pants when he got there, but he got us there through his force of will, his execution, and like his ability to diagnose the perfect play to take down most defenses, right?
Yeah,
that's what you get now with Arthur Smith, and I'm really excited for it because the details, man, just. A lot of stuff I'm looking at, like I told you, I look at Atlanta, man, and I watch games and I'm like, brother, we practice this week. Like how we run these same looks on offense ourselves. How come we can't defend them? Like you ain't got no clue how to defend them. Like I'm watching McKinley fucking lose containment over and over again. And I'm like, bro, we run these plays. Like, you gotta keep contained, you gotta stay wide. Why you keep losing the edge? Like, and this, it was happening over and over and over again. Same types of situations. DeMonte KZ always out of position. Like, why is he? This is a basic look. Why is he out of position? What is happening out here? So I think having Arthur Smith out there, man, being very detail oriented, having people in the right places to succeed, that'll help us along the way, man. And I'm looking forward to it. But I like I said, I don't expect us to be a really good football team, but I don't expect us to shoot ourselves in the foot over and over and over and over again. And I can live with that, bro. Just right now, just get me back to competence, okay? That's what I'm asking for.
Right.
Get me back to competence, dog. I'm not asking you for a miracle. Just get me back to a competent football team, and I'll enjoy the year.
Yep. Hey, we're running out of time here, guys, but you know what? We're looking forward to next season, man. This is the Falcons off-season review, man. Appreciate y'all boys coming out. And then we got MVP, Cigar Loving Mac in Hollywood, man. So, hey, next we got the Colts coming up for their all-season review. You got to look out for it.
Hey, boo the Colts and boo that man that roots for him. He know who I'm talking about.
All right, hey, that's how we're going to end it, boys. We out here.